I don't know what it is, but
I kind of like it.
yeah.
Get some heavy duty fuzz in there, and
Huh?
get some good fuzz in there. And
Exactly.
you've got a blues stomp there. Yeah, I like it. Slap some words on it.
Exactly.
I'm gonna sit over here,
Okay.
but talk to me
Yes.
here. I don't overpower it.
Right.
So, all right. So, Henry Cluney,
Me again. Yep. Me again.
you are a founding member of Stiff Little Fingers.
I was indeed. In fact, I was the founding member of Stiff Little Fingers.
And Stiff Little Fingers is notable for.
Let me see if I can remember.
That was a while ago.
First album, first ever independent, not totally independent album in the British charts. Suspect Device, Alternative Ulster, piles of songs on it, and
Almost like a greatest hits record. It was amazing.
it sort of was our greatest hits. Although obviously there were well-known songs on the next, at least the next two albums, but yeah, it had a lot of songs that people still want to hear and still love listening to. Thankfully.
Well, tell me about that, because you're no longer a member of what is
No.
called Stiff Little Fingers.
No, Jim Riley, the famous Stiff Little Fingers drummer, twisted my arm up my back when I was doing solo gigs, and Jim twisted my arm up my back and said, we should form a band. When I was like, no, I don't really want to do that.
Yeah, you really hadn't played out much. And
No, I just started doing the solo gigs, and he wanted to form a band, and he just kept on and on and on, and finally I said, okay. And we formed XSLF, and at the beginning we were doing basically what we always did and still only do is Stiff Little Finger songs that we were involved in, either recording or Jim was the drummer on the tour for Inflammable Material. And now we've got our own stuff going too, so maybe he was right. Who knows?
it seems like it's going well for you.
It's fun.
Can you give me a rundown of what your recorded works are in SLF?
Recorded works, Inflammable Material, Nobody's Heroes, Go For It. Hanks, I suppose, was a live one, but I can't remember why that comes second or third. Now Then, and then we split up, and then we got back together again, and we did Flags and Emblems, or Frogs and Goblins.
There we go. Okay.
Yeah. I don't. I think the real Stiff Little Fingers ended when Jim left and after Go For It. And I was a member of some of the versions after that, but it was never the same. And you know, to me, and still the people that go to see XSLF or go to see the version calling itself Stiff Little Fingers now, they love the first all the songs from the first three albums, and that's fair enough. It's just that I just don't think anything's compared to it. And that's true for a lot of bands. You'll find that especially their first album, because when you look at it, you've got years to write your first album because there's no pressure on you. After you do your first one, if you sign to a record label, first thing they say is, "Where's the next one?" So you're sort of you're compressed then in the amount of time you have to write the second one, and I think it's why a lot of bands find out that their second album is never as strong. It's because they just don't have the time. I think our second album turned out quite well, so it was one of those things where, okay, we signed, but it took a long time to sign us after we'd written all the songs for Inflammable Material, so we had other songs sitting around, and they all just came together really quick. The same, funny enough, with Go For It, except it's a bit more varied. It's a bit less. It sort of moves away a bit from the sound we had on Inflammable Material, and it moves into more experimental stuff. Not out there stuff, but just experimental from where we were coming from. There's a lot more reggae songs on it. There's rockabilly. There's whatever. So I just think, actually, to me, that it's probably, if not the best album, it's got to be up there because of the variations in songs, because the songs are strong on it, and I think it's one of those albums that is going to be hard to beat. So now, years later, it's
how many years, Henry? Yeah, okay. Moving right along.
But 9.
9.
Yeah, so those are the albums that stick out to me, and I think to most SLF fans, and I can see why, without sounding, blowing your own trumpet, but the best stuff is on those 3 albums.
Sure. Well, there was a raw energy and
Yep.
enthusiasm,
Yep.
even anger,
Yeah.
in those first several albums that I think would be hard to carry forth for 40 years.
It's the first album. Of course, everybody calls Inflammable Material the Belfast album. I think there's 13 songs on it, and 5 of them are basically to do with Northern Ireland. But yeah, I mean, a lot of that, what was going on and what we grew up with, did come out on that album. So after that, you're sort of almost looking for things to write about, where with Inflammable Material, a lot of the stuff was just day to day, so it wasn't like you had to think, well, what can we write about this time? And again, that's the way it is with a lot of people. You just have to, go with what you know, and if not, you end up. One of the things we always used to joke about was, is our third album going to be about cruising down the highways in LA? We've never been, but
oil refineries in New Jersey.
Exactly. We were going to sing about that, but we didn't know anything about it.
Nice. Well, Henry, I don't know if we should give away the secret, but we're not in Northern Ireland currently.
What?
Yeah, sorry. We are in a basement in the what are we? Midwest?
Midwest, yeah, Midwest.
Minnesota, actually.
Yep.
U.S.
Yep.
And I've never had the chance to see XSLF.
Funny you say that. I had a guy on to me last week talking about putting together an American tour.
Oh, wow.
And we're looking at...
I want to be a roadie.
Yeah, we're looking at when we can do it next year. He is talking about, we are talking about maybe spring next year, depending on what he could come up with. His band are going to play with us, and I'd love that to come off. We do get a lot of people on Facebook saying, when are you coming to America? I used to say when they coming to Australia, but we're going to Australia in November now.
That's remarkable, yeah.
Yeah, so the American thing will be great, and so it's fingers crossed that he can find something and put it together.
Well, I would hope you will play Minneapolis.
Oh, I'd love to play anywhere and everywhere. I'd play Iota, which is just down the road from here.
Is there a band show?
Ah,
Or would you have to play the Legion?
we'll probably have to play the Legion, yeah. There's a Legion in a cafe, but I don't think the cafe would have us.
The cafe doesn't have room for a stage.
No, I don't think it does.
And you'd have to interrupt the regular coffee drinkers.
It's not a good idea. I used to live in Iota, by the way, that's why I'm making jokes about it, so.
What was that?
Isn't it Pink Floyd?
It kind of sounded like it could have been.